This is the video on which we will deeply analyze if there is a way to achieve the happiness and the state of mind of peace that is related to the ataraxia. Is there anybody out there in the world that is completely happy? Or is there anybody that can be happy most of the time? How to achieve complete happiness is the question that lays on the philosophy of the human being of how to be completely happy. The question goes deeper than if it can be possible to achieve complete happiness. It goes to how the man can achieve it and the way he could have the state of peace of mind. The team thought that it was very important to analyze the subject on a pretty simple question, but that nobody has ever found an answer to how to achieve it or find a formula to be happy.
These days, happiness is an exploited and sold concept to the point that we are losing the true meaning of what is to live in well-being. Since early this century, the society is always looking for happiness, but they do not know where to find it. That's why it's important.
And first of all, we have to talk about that the 21st century politics, they are so different to the politics that we could see in the past years. We also know that the politics are done to take care of the people, to give them an equal and a fair development, and the most evident that you can see in almost every country of Latin America, it's because the representatives that they chose in some way take away or take these politics through the path they want, through a path that the benefits, the joy, the power, the money only are for a little bit part of the society. So if the people would have this part of the joy, this part of the money, it would be another kind of environment through the society.
Religion plays an important role due to the large part of the population that practices religion. So religion, in our pursuit of happiness, depends on the perspective in which you are, since this can make you believe that we have reached happiness by following the commandments or blinders, and never reach happiness tied up with religion, which stop us from really being happy.
When we talk about the ethics, we can find a lot of different opinions between the people and between the philosophers. First of all, we have Spinoza, that is a Spanish philosopher, that he said that the goal of the ethics is not the happiness, it's only the ethics. And the happiness is another thing that is a corner away from the ethics. But in another different point of view of Immanuel Kant, he said that through the happiness we become worthy. The ethics means to achieve the happiness. Which one is the correct answer? We don't really know, but what the most of the philosophers have in common is that they say that you cannot have the happiness without ethics, and you cannot have ethics without happiness, or the most ethical way to live is to have the happiness with us.
Seneca explained that in order to be happy, you must accept the pain. Mainly the description of this behavior is the Stoicism. The explanation is that if as a person that is looking forward achieving happiness, you must learn to do not escape from suffering. You have to love it as it is, and the most important part, you have to learn about that. Accept the pain is the most difficult part of this believing, because nobody wants to suffer. This applies in the personal life because everyone thinks that when somebody is happy, that person had never had bad times. But the life is like a roller coaster. People are going to search wellness and glory, but if they do not accept the inevitable bad days and suffer, they will never be happy.
In conclusion, like Nietzsche said, if you try to be looking for more richness or more relationships, and so on, the person will never be completely happy. Because it will be a constant search to have what you wish. The human being needs to accept the life that the man is living, because we will be able to learn how life works and how to live it completely fully. In Seneca's talks, no matter how hard or how painful it is, because it is not for free, but you can always stay positive and face the adversity and new challenges.